The man you are talking about, his name is Nyesom Wike, former governor of Rivers State, and is now minister of the FCT. Now, he has responded to this issue that you have raised. He says you want him to be your friend, and that he doesn't want to be your friend. That is it by force, that you should leave him alone.
Please, what constitutes friendship between two people who've never met each other? I have never sat in the same room with the minister except in a Senate committee. So how does friendship arise? Why would I want to be the friend of somebody I do not know? The truth of the matter is that the minister refuses to speak or communicate in any way with the senator representing the Federal Capital Territory. So how are the wishes and the needs of the people to be communicated to him? Please tell me if you know a way.
Well, but he says he's minister and he's doing his job. He has commissioned some roads. He has renamed some roads. He has built, some projects in the place. He has appointed permanent secretaries. And he says he's concentrating on his work in Abuja. And he doesn't want blackmail. He says you are blackmailing him.
To do what? To regard the needs of the people. The minister may be a great minister in a ministry that has no people. But the unique situation of the FCT minister is that apart from infrastructure and roads, he also has to take into consideration the needs of the people in that territory. That's the difference between him and, say, the Minister of Works or any other ministry. The Minister of FCT is almost acting as the governor for the president. So it's not just being a regular minister. He says he commissioned roads. Yes, those roads were started by Mohammed Bello, and I commend him for finishing some of them. But also, just like the people took me on when those roads were commissioned, they said, Madam, you people are celebrating roads in Maitama, Asokoro, and Central Business District. The bulk of the people do not live there. Show me the projects where the people live. That's the difference. It's almost like a governor telling you that he built some roads, so he doesn't care what the needs of the people are. They have needs. So it's not good enough. The people are not impressed. I commend him because I see that some things are done. But at the end of the day, they don't have water. That fire that happened in Karu could have been prevented if there was water. But I don't know if you know Abuja. Any fire truck has to go all the way to Atokoro to get water, spray the fire, and then come back. Not to talk about the fact that there were no access roads into the market and a whole litany of issues. Who do you think is going to sort out those issues? The minister. But the people are going to tell the senator, not the minister. The same way, insecurity. The people scream, Senator, Senator, Senator. Senator says, Minister, sort out insecurity. Says he does not have to speak to me, so I spoke to him on channels. Just like a lot of the issues that I'm going to bring up today, he'll hear from our eyes.
Madam, do you think that your complaint is not just about Wike? You have also been quoted as saying that you are excluded from most of the key decisions affecting the Federal Capital Territory in the Senate. Do you think this is because you are from a minority party, Labour Party, or do you think it's because you are a woman? 4 of you, 4 women in the National Assembly.
It's not because I'm a woman. In all fairness to the Senate as a body, it's not very difficult to exclude the women, and they do not exclude us. We get involved in as many things as we like to. And most of the time, yes, your party matters a little bit, but not seriously. If you want me to be honest, this boils down to the fact that the Senate President is a personal friend of the Honorable Minister of the FCT. So when things that they think Senator Kingibe might object to are brought, I'm not sure. As I said, this is a topic I'd rather wait, since I plan on coming back to you in another week to discuss in details. I was planning to have a general discussion with you today, but I am on several committees. I'm not excluded from any of them. I'm aware of every little detail that goes on in every other committee. Why is this committee special? You would think it would be the reverse, because I'm the senator representing that place, as most other senators are called on when things affect their constituency. So it's something that needs to be sorted out privately in the Senate. And if it's not sorted out privately in the Senate, then we can discuss it publicly.
Okay, I get the point about the friendship between Akpabio and Wike. But there's also something about style and communication. If you as a senator from the Labour Party, if on the floor of the Senate you behave like this obedience on social media, that could create a problem. Because Wike has said, look, that you expect that he will report to you. And he as minister, he will not report to a senator.
No minister has ever reported to any senator. If you look back on, in fact, if you look back several years, most ministers and the senators don't even usually come from the same party. But they work in synergy. Synergy is the key word. Reporting to anybody does not arise. And our proceedings in the National Assembly are recorded. Being cantankerous or disorganized is not my style. In fact, I think I have been quieter than I normally am because I was studying the Senate and the dynamics of the place. So I doubt that it has to do with my style, but if it is, you can look at the Senate proceedings and advise me because they're all recorded.
Okay, but I mean, you say key decisions affecting the FCT. What are your own priorities that you think have not been addressed in the best interest of the people of the Federal Capital Territory?
Actually, some of my interests are not specific to the Senate, but they are specific to the person administering the honorable minister. But just like any state assembly, when a governor is not taking care of the rights and the needs of the people, the state assembly draws his attention to it and makes him do it. For one thing, Abuja, there's no water. And let me even take the last budget that was passed, the supplementary budget.
98.5 billion?
Yes.
Supplementary budget?
Yes, let's not even go into the big one. Let's just deal with that little one. In that budget of 98, only 18 billion has anything to do with the people. 20 billion for renovating 20 schools. Now, everything else, we're building a road to EFCC or another one to DSS and all those things. Please, with all due respect, those roads may need renovating. Maybe the road to the presidential wing all need work. I am saying that for an impoverished nation, for a territory where insecurity is so high, a few days ago, I live in Maitama, my guard, just walking down the street, was hacked. This is in Maitama. Just shows you the level of insecurity. We have so many issues and we don't have the funds to do them. So in the bid to prioritize, I think that the needs of the people, that is the majority of the people, healthcare, education, security, and water. Water as basic as water, we do not have. So I'm not saying that those things, we can do them when we are more liquid, but we are not. Those are my issues. So for another thing, okay, some of these things, maybe the local government, like the markets I'm complaining about, the local government needs to take care of it. But in previous, the honorable minister's predecessors, he would join hands with the National Assembly and tell the local government chairman, you've got to do this, you've got to do this. So him alone against the rest of us, he will do them. But when everybody is working in silos, the people of my constituency suffer. That's the